Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium.
Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports.
And this will not be returned to start the game. The new rule here in effect. Fair catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On play action. Now Rodgers.
And that's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Look at this Arizona defense.
And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, it's Robinson. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Murray now to Connor on the check down. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The Cardinals at 5-4 now on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
That one to the sideline and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. So illegal touching, not one you see often. It's going to wipe away a first down.
Very simply, if you're a receiver, you can't set foot out of bounds and then be the first to catch the football. Side judge, right there on the play, made the call.
They're going for it. It's Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Here's Murray. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
On play action, it's Rodgers.
Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Jalen Waddle with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Hold on, Rick.
First carry for James Conner. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's good. Cardinals, first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On play action, it's Murray. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
That's the NFL vet Calais Campbell coming in and dragging him down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and now it's third down.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down.
Back deep is a very dangerous Mike Hughes. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now it's Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a third down coming up. See what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. That is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Cardinals, nothing. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing now is Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here's Murray from midfield. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also...
Oh, wide open, complete. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 44 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. Rodgers going to try and run. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard loss on the play.
Option play, here's Robinson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Coup for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Falcons 21, Cardinals nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Murray a give. This is Connor. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
They do go for it. It's Murray. And this is caught. He hits more. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Play fake. Murray. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Richie Grant. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Ridley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Now a 2nd and 10.
The center receiver in motion to the right. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
To throw is Murray. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
At the 40-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right.
This pass is caught by London.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown.
4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Pushing his way through.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
On third down, it's Conner. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on fourth down? They'll go for it. Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
2nd and 7.
They'll run again here with Robinson. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying.
And it's intercepted in the end zone. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score, Falcons 42, Cardinals nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't.
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Cards are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Ready next, driving at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and
To throw, it's Murray.
their 49-yard line.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Big ass open.
They're going for it. Hits Murray.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
He will go out right near the 35-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Connor going to get it again on 2nd down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
Judon there on the stop. No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 4.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down to Connor on the check down. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
16-yard line.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Murray now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 7-yard line.
Murray now running right on the option.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game, and say,
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
no, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here's Koo to kick it off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Murray going to throw. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Murray's got to have this one. And now here is another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Cardinals are going to get the football here at their own 23.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter and a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Escaping the pressure right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Touchdown, Falcons. Falcons. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game.
And the Falcons add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big, you really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do that? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Don't worry. Hey. Come back.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Inside. Get 300. Get 300.
On play action, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Here's Rodgers.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time.
He's got a man, complete. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Koo now for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Falcons 63, Cardinals nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while.
And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Richie Grant.
And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
2nd and 10.
Hey, take 26.
Rodgers throwing here.
Got a man. It's London.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Drake London. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.